All right, so here's the deal. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. You know, I said before that the whole Miles and Milan Christopher relationship, I felt should get its own TV show to speak about homosexuality in hip hop, and that I felt that it had no place on Love and Hip Hop because it just seemed like it was basically propaganda that was being sold to us, as opposed to the network genuinely giving a fuck about gay hip hoppers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a video here about the gay Love and Hip Hop show that they're gonna put out on Monday, October 19th on VH1, year 2015. They're gonna have the first Love and Hip Hop Out in Hip Hop special. And you know what? I support it. Here's why I support it. Now it's gonna be at 11 p.m., which I think is pretty late. I do think that this is an important discussion. Like I said before, man, I'm not one of those people who's a hater. I'm a congratulator. And, you know, like I was saying before, it had no place in the Love and Hip Hop show, because if they were on there because of their music or because they had an actual storyline outside of trying to sell homosexuality as an okay or cool thing, then as long as they were rappers, you know, like if you think about it, for the most part in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, who do we have as far as the men are concerned? We have people like Soulja Boy, who sold millions of records, Omarion, who sold millions of records, Lil Fizz, who was in B2K with Omarion, millions of records sold. If I'm not mistaken, you know, toured around the world and whatnot. Ray J, millions of records sold, you know, been around the world or whatever. Brandy's brother, you know, people who have reached a certain level of success. So I feel like if you're going to put somebody on Love and Hip Hop, at least put them on the show for a reason other than selling us on propaganda. But like I said, you know, the whole being gay in hip hop thing, I do think that that's something that needed to be discussed. So I'm very happy that they made the show and made it separate. They still use the words Love and Hip Hop in the title. Whatever. The fact that it's a separate discussion, I'm completely okay with that, because there are a lot of people who are gay in hip hop and people who are on the down low and all this other shit. Like a lot of people say that Dej Loaf is in fact a lesbian. You know what I mean? And we don't really know for sure of whether or not she is, but that's what a lot of people were saying. So I would have liked to see her on the show, but I don't think she's going to be on it, unfortunately, which I think she would have added an interesting element, being a female rapper that a lot of people perceive as being straight. Now, Saya from Oxygen's Sisterhood of Hip Hop will be on the show. So that's a good thing, because she's openly a lesbian. She's not somebody who's denying it or playing around. Also, Ray J is going to be on the show, which is funny because when, let me see, who was Ray J beefing with at the time? Was he beefing with Raz B? No. Wait a second. No. He wasn't beefing with Raz B. He was cool with Raz B. He was beefing with, what's his name? Marcus Houston. If I'm not mistaken, that's Omarion's brother. I don't know by blood or that's his half brother or what, but he was beefing with Marcus Houston at the time. And he was saying that Chris Stokes, or as I like to call him, Chris Booty Strokes Stokes, was out there popping people in the ass, and he was outing people and making fun of the situation. So it's really interesting that somebody like Ray J would be added to the list of people. Now, it's a long list of people. If you want to see the full list, visit my blog at the link below. I have the link to the VH1 website. You can read the full list, but I'm not going to even read to you all these people. I just wanted to discuss certain people. Like, they have this drag queen named Big Freedia. I hope I'm pronouncing Frida or Freedia's name right. And Frida or Freedia looks like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. I shit you not. Just a big weird looking dude. You know, just, I mean, if you're going to be gay, then how come you just can't be a man who happens to like the penis? Why do you have to be dressing in drag and be a goddamn female impersonator? That's the type of shit I don't like. Bang, bang. You know? It's like, just because you're gay doesn't mean you got to talk in that stupid ass nasally sissy voice, that annoying shit, and just, you know, all of that annoying stuff that a lot of stereotypically gay men do. That's why I don't have any issues with like Milan, for example, because I would have never known he was gay while looking at him. I mean, why does it have to be a gay way to do things? Like, a lot of people make everything gay. Like, they can't even throw a ball without throwing it the gay way. Like, that shit is weird to me. And I'm going to make a video expressing my opinion on that whole gay dynamic and how there's a gay way to do everything. I'm going to make a video about that when I have more time. But I just wanted to mention that in here, you know. Like, that shit throws people off when it comes to homosexuals. It's not so much that a lot of people hate gay people. It's just that it's not understandable from the outside looking in. And I'm speaking as a blogger, as a vlogger, as a so-called black man in America in 2015, and as a rapper too. So I'm speaking from a lot of different perspectives because I'm an actual quote unquote hip hopper, even though I hate that name. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting discussion. My whole thing is this. The part that bothers me about a discussion like this is I know that more than likely somebody is going to mention the term homophobia or homophobic. And my issue with them bringing up alleged homophobia is that a phobia is a fear. And I've never met anybody who was scared of homosexuals. And as far as people who don't like gay people, I think they're annoyed by them, the way that they act, the way they speak, the way that they talk. You know, most people are annoyed by people who don't look, walk, talk, and act and dress like them. The funny thing about it is people who are straight are not trying to outlaw being gay. Like, for example, I don't sag my pants, and I always looked at it ironically as being a gay thing. And the people who don't like when men, so-called black men, sag their pants have made laws in different states, different cities, where they will fine you for sagging your pants. And that's supposed to target who they perceive as being straight men. They feel like that's a straight man thing. You know, so I've never seen a law that specifically targeted homosexuals. And, you know, from what I've seen with the media, the so-called Illuminati and whatnot, what they've been doing is recently, like including that fucking Harvey from TMZ, that damn agent, what they'll do is they'll try to make it seem as if so-called black people are so homophobic, and, you know, which of course is a fear, so that, you know, people are misusing the word, but basically they try to make it seem as if we hate gay people. And it really bothers me because you're going to sit up there and try to act like, oh, we hate gay people and we wish bad things upon them. But you don't really see, quote unquote, black people, you know, doing things like picketing people's funerals, like the Westboro Baptist Church, talking about God hates fags and stuff like that. You don't really see so-called blacks doing stuff like that. That's more of like what you see white folks doing. And you want to talk about like people hating gay people, go to Russia. You know, if you black gay people think that black people hate gays so much, I mean, I think if anything, the most accepting people on earth are so-called blacks. The Christian church is, rather the black Christian church is full of flaming homosexuals. Just running around, yes, for Jesus, yes. I'm talking about that wide hand clap. You know how they do when their fingers bend back and they're clapping their hands with just the palm? Yes, for Jesus. Just gay for Jesus. You know? There's no more of a safe haven on earth for gay people than the black gay church. It's very gay. You know? Rainbow Revelations. It's gay as hell. So this whole thing about when black people hate the homosexuals, I just feel like this show is gonna, you know, end up saying something stupid like that that's gonna piss me off. But other than that, I support this show. Like I said from the beginning, I have no problem, generally speaking, with gay people. I don't like the way some people act, but most straight people get on my fucking nerves. I'm always pissing people off on my blogs and vlogs. They're like, dude, you go too far. You talk too much shit. They're like, you know, you need to chill. So I talk shit about everybody. I'm equal opportunity. You know what I mean? Even though people have accused me of being homophobic. And I try to explain to people like, look, I'm not homophobic at all. You know, Not scared of any homosexuals. And if what you mean is I hate gay people, I mean, that's preposterous. I don't hate anybody. I don't have the energy or the time to hate anybody. You know? But I just wanted to tell people that the show was coming on and give my overall opinion before the show actually airs. I may take notes, and I think I'm going to have to take notes because I know there's going to be some straight up bullshit. It's not even just going to be, fuckery. It's going to be some butt fuckery that's going to be going on. I already know that they're going to try to do the whole racist rants against so-called blacks and whatnot. It's like I'm already preparing for it in my mind. Today is Friday, so the show won't be out till Monday, so I'll just have to be prepared, ready to take notes. And then on Tuesday, hopefully I'll have my video finished. Hopefully I won't have too many videos to do at that time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to talk about it because I already know that whatever they're gonna say is gonna be some old bullshit. I just know that they're gonna have to throw the whole racial element in there. As you can see, they don't have a gay out in country music thing going, and I think we're many years away from seeing something like that. Unfortunately, you don't see a gay out in rock music or gay in metal. They're specifically doing it about hip hop, and the reason why they're doing it about hip hop is because they're targeting so-called blacks. So that's something to pay attention to. There's always a racial element to it. The people behind the scenes think they're slick, but I think this is going to blow up in their faces because at the end of the day, in all honesty, I don't think people give a fuck about these guys being gay. Not just Miles and Christopher. I mean, gay people in hip hop in general. If your music is dope, people will buy it and listen to it. I think a lot of these rappers that are in the industry have been gay for years. I think people will be shocked. Some people will be shocked. Me personally, I wouldn't be shocked. If I was shocked that somebody was gay in hip hop, it would have to be somebody like GZA, the genius from Wu-Tang. Now, that shit might be shocking to me. You know what I mean? Or if DMX was gay. Somebody like that. Or if the dudes MOP, Mash Out Posse, Lil Fame, and Billy Dance, if they were gay, now that shit might be shocking. But a lot of these dudes, especially the new younger rappers, none of that shit is shocking, bruh. I mean, when you're doing the nay, aka the gay, doing gay little dances and prancing around with skinny jeans and whatnot, these motherfuckers out here popping their butt, not because they're Caribbean, not because, like Scav Beezy was calling video twerking. This was years ago. And some people said that, oh, that's some gay shit. Nah, he's a Jamaican or whatever the fuck he is, Trinidad. He's some shit like that, and that's just how they get down. That's like a cultural thing. That's some old other shit. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's cool he was doing that, but I don't think that was gay. But at the end of the day, a lot of these newer rappers, man, to find out just about any of you motherfuckers are fruity, it would not be a shock to me. For all these young boys that are rapping, because they're very effeminate. I mean, they're more worried about shoes than the girl is. They're more worried about earrings, diamonds in their ear, and just all sorts of weirdo shit. You know what I mean? Like stuff that you look at and be like, what are you doing? Like, this can't be life. I mean, these fools even wait in line to buy shoes, not to resell them or anything like that, but to actually wear them and be like, yes, I got the new Jordans. That shit is weird as hell to me. Look at my Jordans. Do you have them? Mm-hmm. But you a straight dude? I don't know, bruh. I don't know. Enough of my senseless rambling. I promise you that if I do review the show, which I probably am going to, it won't be just a bunch of senseless rambling. I'll have a script. I'll have notes or something. I just wanted to just talk. And the people who enjoy my videos don't mind. But if you do enjoy and you think this video is boring, unsubscribe, don't watch. Fine with me. But if you did think the video was boring, but you still want to be subscribed, that's fine too. Whatever. I get paid either way. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels and visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Thanks for listening, and be sure to tune into VH1 on Monday, October 19th of 2015 at 11 p.m. for Love and Hip Hop Out in Hip Hop, Meat Magazine.